Because I spent like a year debating Northcoders, yeah. I applied once the previous year and then bottled it, and then waited another year and then applied again and then did it. I wouldn't be here at the Idol enjoying my role, working with a great team if I hadn't done the course. Hi, my name is Matthew. I'm a web developer at theidol.com. I attended the Northcoders Bootcamp and graduated in December 2019. So obviously when you graduate, the next question is what's it going to be like working as a full-time developer? I'd say my expectations were probably less than it actually is. It's a big jump up, but obviously at that same point you're learning a lot of new skills and you're progressing quite quickly. In terms of how I felt it would be, maybe it's a bit more difficult, but it's obviously, in terms of the enjoyment, is still the same there. So before Northcoders, I was actually a teacher in Hong Kong. I was teaching life skills to college students, which entailed getting them ready for work, basically, using English language. I actually developed a WordPress site, which was for jobs for English teachers overseas. And it was kind of just a hobby that I fell into from that point. The WordPress site wasn't as flexible as I'd hoped for, so I started to dig a bit deeper and found that there's many different languages and eventually gravitated towards JavaScript. Kind of did that for 2 years, kind of self-studying 1 or 2 hours in the evening when I could, and I just decided to take the plunge. I decided to come back to the UK because every review I read on the internet said Northcoders was, the support was there, they do the right curriculum, they make sure that you're ready for the job before letting you leave. And I think that's something that a lot of other boot camps will not actually do. They won't go the extra mile to help you be prepared. Obviously the tutors are kind of floating around in there if you need them to be, but I think the thing Northcoders wants you to take away is that you first try to solve it yourself first. So my tutor and my personal mentor kind of left me to it initially, but then if I did get stuck, I could just give them a shout and they would come and sit through the problem with me, and we'd eventually work through the problem together. And that's quite helpful because once I kind of see how someone did that or how they solved that problem, it allowed me to take that knowledge away and apply it to other situations that might be similar. In terms of enjoyment, it was definitely challenging, but obviously at the same time, once you get through that challenge, you feel such a moment of relief and happiness at the end of the graduation. And all the team members are in the same situation, and I think that's something you become bonded in. You're kind of a little army platoon in a way that you're all working towards the same goal. And I think building that relationship with the team members kind of helps you prepare for coming into a workplace where you do have to switch between teams quite a lot, and you have to quickly get on board with the way they're thinking. So if someone was to ask me, should I get into tech, should I do the course? I think if they're already thinking that, they already know the answer. They've already been doing the research, they've been doing the practice themselves, and the more time they waste, the more time they're essentially wasting in their careers. So I think just get on with it.